How's it going, YouTube? My name is Zach Calvin. Really excited for today's video because we're jumping in the 6'4". We're driving across the country.
I'm across the country looking at cars to rebuild title.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And we're picking up a Barnyard find. Now, this is one of those cars that I definitely wasn't in the market for, but my buddy JJ, huge shout out to him. He sent me pictures of it and he was like, hey, this is what it's selling for. And it's one of those deals that I couldn't pass up. So we're gonna get an old reliable and hook up the trailer, and then we're gonna hit the road.
A few moments later.
All right, so here she is, a 2010 Hyundai Genesis that is LS swapped. It has a 6.0 bottom end, 6.2 LS3 PRC heads, a Texas Speed, Stage 3 camshaft. It's got a Holley Terminator in it with the big dash. This has a brand new TIC Performance T56 XL Magnum, brand new LS7 clutch and flywheel. Sicky swap everything. This thing could be rowdy. All right, got it back to the house, got the hood off. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this thing running right. So it would never really stay running, and that's because it has a fuel leak coming out of right here. And then also, in my opinion, it looks like there's a fuel leak coming out of there. And last thing you want is fuel leaking and then bam, there's the hot headers. But if I get that sorted out, we can start it. Okay, so when I got to North Carolina to pick this car up, it really wouldn't stay running, but the car had been sitting for about 8 months. So my goal was just to get it on the trailer. It was raining, it was cold, it was dark, and then get it back here so we can tear it apart. Right away, I noticed that the AN lines were just installed improperly. None of them were sealed correctly, so my first step is to go ahead and correct that. All right, so this line failure was likely due in part to not having the right tools to making a line. You can see that's just not in there at all, which is why it was leaking. And again, this side, I don't know what was going on there, but you can see they didn't even tighten down the AN fitting all the way. Now, what I would recommend is getting one of these AN blocks. This is a magnetic tool that you put into a vise, and it has a couple different options for you to hold your AN lines. This is huge in making sure that you install the lines properly. Again, if you don't get the right seal, then it's just gonna leak and cause you problems. And it's honestly, the previous owner was lucky that this didn't burn down just because of the leaks on both ends. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the vice grips with the tool and get her fixed up. So look at this line. Terrible cuts, both ends. Yeah, that's not going to seal at all. I'm honestly probably going to redo the entire fuel system, because if this line looks like this, chances are the rest of the AN fittings look that way as well. Last thing that you want is leaks in the fuel system. But for now, I know this is where the leak is coming from, which is causing it not to hold rail pressure. So I want to fix it, test it, because that'll tell me, did I spend my money on a dud or did I come out with a good deal? All right, so I just want to show everybody what a proper fitting would look like. So you can notice how the hose is all the way up to the taper of the female fitting. Now you're going to take the male fitting, which is this piece right here. I like to spray a little bit of WD-40 on it, and then you're going to put it in there and tighten it down until it again touches contact with this. So let's go ahead and do that. You have to pay attention on the fitting of your fuel rails. It's either going to be AN, which is like this. It'll be kind of a tapered fit, or it'll be O-ring. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. If it's O-ring, make sure that you do, again, just a little bit of WD-40, because these are not intended to be dry when you install them. A lot of times that'll be and just a little bit goes a long way. What I like to do is just kind of work it around. These are not meant to be dry. A lot of times people will install it, it'll pinch the O-ring, and then that's how you'll get leaks. So lubricate this side. This side does not need to be lubricated since it's the AN fitting. See how it's tapered? It'll just go into the female side, which is also tapered, and that's how it creates a seal. All right, so we relocated the fuel pressure regulator right there from right here. We redid the line. That looks like it's gonna be a nice seal. So we're ready to go ahead and fire this puppy up, or at least attempt to. Here goes nothing. Oh, she's thinking about it. Oh, baby. Let's go. All right, let's see if there's any leaks. It's gonna burn off the fuel. No leaks from what I see. Awesome, so it turned out to be a great deal. Let's hear how it sounds. Not terrible, but not loud enough, so I'm definitely gonna cut the mufflers off. Okay, so I have discovered it's got a set of MagnaFlow mufflers. Other than that, it's pretty much an X pipe and straight pipe. So y'all know me, I'm just gonna cut this puppy probably right here after the axle and see how she sounds. All right, so I had some MagnaFlow mufflers. I went ahead and chopped them puppies off. So now we have dumps after the diff. I'm gonna order on Amazon just some turn downs. They're bolt-on. I'll put the link in the description. All you do is measure your outlet and then it slides over it and it clamps onto it, and then you can have turn downs, which is pretty sweet. But now let's go ahead and fire this puppy up and see how she sounds.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Obviously had to slap on some Cosmo tires. It looked great. The stage wheels, I had these Knights on my 350Z. Anytime I have a 5x1143 car, I definitely love these wheels on them. Honestly, Bill, I would love if you made these in 5x120. It'd be pretty sweet. But I'm super excited with how these turned out. In the next video, we're gonna go ahead and get an alignment, probably get it tuned, also redo the entire fuel system. So be sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.